Righto. Um, so vehicle servicing, it's pretty important you service your vehicle, in my opinion, at the right time or mileage for a couple of pretty serious reasons. One, if the vehicle's under warranty and you haven't serviced it right, the manufacturer can reject your warranty claim, which nobody wants. And the second thing is that if you underservice your vehicle, you might end up with a component failure, and nobody wants that. That's usually very expensive. So, yeah, here we go. Kiwi Wanderers, that's Sandy, myself, and Holly the dog. We've been out on the road for about 4 months. Some of that's been in lockdown, of course. And before we started our travel, I was the manager of a commercial workshop in Farmers North. Great job, really enjoyed it. One of the parts of the job that I really enjoyed was helping the customers to get the best out of their vehicles. Sometimes that was with repair options, and sometimes it was with modifying service schedules to get the components to last a bit longer and do it at the right dollars and all the rest of it. And yeah, so I thought I'd adopt that approach with my own vehicle. Because up until now, most of my life, I've had company vehicles, and of course, it's not quite so important to look after them. Shouldn't say that, but that's a fact. When you don't pay for it, you don't look after it quite as well. Now I have to pay for everything in this on this vehicle. Sandy and I have to pay for everything, and Holly. Uh, so yeah, we wanted to get the service schedules exactly right on our Ranger. We've got a Ford Ranger here. It's a 2019 PX3 3.2 litre. Does the job very well. So the first thing I did was look at the Ford service manual. Came with the vehicle, and had a good read of that. Now they recommend servicing every 15,000 k's, which is fine, but they do have a proviso in there that if you tow for any of those 15,000 k's, so if you tow a caravan, I think they specifically mention caravans, that you need to have an additional service. So in effect, it reduces the service interval down to 7,500 k's. And I thought, oh my goodness, that's pretty unrealistic, surely. 7,500 k's. If you take it to the Ford dealer, it's a $600 or $700 service, and yeah, that's pretty expensive. So I thought I'd look into it and apply some of the logic that is applied to commercial vehicles around servicing. Now you may think, how's the dealer ever going to know that I tow a caravan? Unfortunately, late model vehicles record just about everything. I know in the Ranger there's a towing module so they can tell when you've got something on the back. Can't tell what it is, but they can tell how much load the engine is under while it's being towed. They can look at fuel economy. So yeah, if they have a major mechanical failure, I can guarantee you that looking at what they call trend data will pay part of their warranty claim. And if you could get caught out. I'd hate anybody to get a warranty claim rejected for the simple fact that they hadn't changed the oil on time. So please read your service manual. I'm quoting out of the Ranger book. I don't know, that they would all be similar, I would think, but I may be wrong. Who knows? Please have a look. Have a special look. Thanks. Righto. Now for vehicles outside the warranty period. So this applies to me. As some of you know, I really like to look after the vehicle. It's in my blood, probably. So I have fitted a transmission temperature gauge an extra gauge to the vehicle using a cell phone. There's a video on how I did this, and I'll put the link up there. I'll put the link in the description and maybe up there if I can. So yeah, that's just looking after the vehicle. We recently did a video on how to weigh your vehicle, and we discovered that our vehicle is very, very close to the maximum weight that Ford have decided this vehicle can carry, 6,000 kilos. We're only a few 60 kilos under that, I think we are. Yeah, so I love our Ford tow vehicle. It's great. Never really been a Ford fanatic, but this vehicle does a great job of it. When it's towing, we are using 19 litres per 100 kilometres of fuel, so it's drinking it, which is okay. You don't get nothing for nothing. I mean, if it's doing the work, it's using the fuel. When we are not towing, we get maybe around 10.5 if we drive it right. Yeah, so it's almost double our fuel economy when we're towing the van. Now, the reason I bring this up is that I'm sure most of you know the reason you change the oil and filter in your vehicle is because it gets contaminated, and it gets contaminated by the combustion process. So that's the diesel exploding in the combustion chamber and making the power that drives you along the road. So part of the combustion process in any internal combustion engine, petrol or diesel, some of the fuel and some of the carbon and some of the other byproducts of the combustion get into the oil and contaminate it. So this is common amongst all engines. The older engines are worse. I'm sure some of the more mature viewers will remember changing engine oil at 2,000 miles or something, which is 4,000 kilometres on light duty vehicles. Some truck manufacturers actually alter the service intervals by the amount of fuel that the truck is using. So a truck working really hard might use 50 litres per 100 kilometres, and they'll bring the service interval right back on that truck. And then something that's carrying a lighter load or only loaded one way might do 30 kilometres per 100 litres and 100 kilometres, 30 litres per 100 kilometres. And yeah, that truck could have a service interval as high as, let me have a look, there we go, 90,000 kilometres in this case. Obviously, they're getting large. Some of these vehicles are holding 30 or 40 or 50 litres of oil, and yeah, multiple oil filters and things to get those service intervals. But I thought I would adapt this procedure to the Ranger. So pretty simple calculation actually, and it worries me a little bit that Ford have got it right. If we're doing double the fuel economy, so we're doing 19 litres per 100, and our normal fuel economy was 10 litres per 100, almost double, so we should have the service interval. This obviously, if we're burning more fuel, there's more contaminants getting into the oil, so it's going to contaminate quicker, so the service interval needs to come back. Yeah, so with that in mind, I'm changing my service schedule from 15,000 Ks back to 7,500 Ks. So there's some other components that the service interval is reduced onto, which you need to bear in mind. The Ford case, the diff oil, or the differential oil, is under normal conditions is 240,000 kilometres or 10 years. Under heavy towing, it is 2 years or 60,000 kilometres. So that's a severe reduction. I'd hate someone to get caught out with a blown diff because they've been towing and not changed the oil. Righto, so I hope this has been helpful. Please, please leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. We've got some videos coming up. So we bought a new jockey wheel, a Flash Harry jockey wheel. We're doing a review on that. We're doing a review on our solar setup. Yeah, we haven't had many videos out recently because we've been down at the family batch in the Marlborough Sounds and no internet down there. But yeah, we're going to play catch up and get some out, some good ones out. So please subscribe and yeah, thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Cheers.